All right, so for today's lesson, 7.5, we are going to be looking at multiplying mixed numbers and whole numbers together, okay? We know a mixed number has a whole number and a fraction. So this problem right here says, last week, Tamika practiced the trumpet for 2/3 of an hour every day, okay? And we know that there are 7 days in a week. So we're doing 2/3 times 7. I know that I can do this. 7 times 2 is 14. 3 times 1 is 3. I know that this is an improper fraction, so I'm going to make it a division problem. And I would do 4 times 3 is 12. When I subtract, I'm left with 2. I'm going to turn this into a fraction. And so the leftover remainder becomes my numerator, my divisor becomes my denominator, and I'm left with 4 2/3 of an hour. So that's how much she's practicing in 1 week. Now, if I know in 1 week she's doing 4 2/3 of an hour, the question now is if she keeps practicing that same amount, how much will she do in 5 weeks? So I'm going to take that amount times 5, okay? I want to show you this next slide here, and I'll show you how to solve that. So when I look here, 5 times 4 2/3, here's 5 groups, and then I'm making this last group into thirds, okay? I could do repeated addition. I could add 4 2/3 5 times because I know that multiplication is repeated addition, okay? So if I add that up, I would get an answer. I could also change this mixed number to an improper fraction. So I could say, which we already knew was 14/3. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14 over 3. So I could do 14 times 5. I can do that, right? 3 on bottom, and I would have a 70 on top. And so then I could do 70 divided by 3. So that's one way that I could do my answer. I could do partial products. When I do partial products, I'm going to take both of these, my whole number times my whole number, that's 20. And then I'm going to take this other whole number times this fraction, which would be plus 10/3. 10/3 is a improper fraction. So this would be 3, subtract 9 and 1. So 3 1/3 plus 20 would be 23 1/3 hours. Okay, so today you guys are going to be practicing doing some of these different examples. This one says, each member of the flute section of the Briarwoods Elementary School band practiced for 2 3/5 of an hour last week. There are 5 flute players. What is the total number of hours they practiced? So each one is doing this, 2 3/5 times 5. And that's going to be a number model with an unknown, and I would say H for hours. I can show that in 2 different ways. I could do repeated addition, 2 3/5, and I can add that 5 different times. One more. So when I add this, I get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 full hours. And then 3, 6, 9, 12, 15/5, which I know is 3. So 10 plus 3 is 13. I could also do 2 3/5 times 5. And remember, we're going to do our whole numbers. 2 times 5 is 10. Look what I got over here, a 10. And then this would be 15/5, because I would make that into a whole number or into a fraction. And then I know, again, that that would be 13. So my answer is 13. Okay. So to then convert that into minutes, I would have to multiply that by 60. To multiply that into seconds, I would take this answer times 60. Over here, you're going to just look at doing your 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2/10 is 6/10. So I would be adding that together, and that would be 9 6/10. So go ahead and give these a go, and we'll see how you do, and we'll talk about it in our lesson today.